guys, how are you today? So today is Saturday, and as y'all can see, I'm driving. So just forewarned, I'm not gonna be able to read your comments like I typically do because I am driving. But I wanted to reach out to you guys today because it's baby time. So y'all probably thinking like, what you mean, baby? Are you having another baby? Absolutely not. I'm not having another baby. But I want you guys to know, and y'all gonna hear my kids in the background, but I want y'all to know that you can have a kid, okay? I am on my way to one of my young ladies' groups. Let me see this, June. Hold on, y'all. Y'all know me, I'm a mommy first. So, um, I'm going to one of the young ladies in my group. Well, she was one of my clients a long time ago, like a year or two ago. Well, 2 years ago. I think it's almost 2 years because she got married, whatever. Yeah, it was 2 years because my book came out in 2016. Yeah. So anyway, guys, so I'm really excited to be going to her baby shower because she got married. So it's only a year. Okay, 2 years with her, but a year that she been married. So she been married for a year. So she got married last year. You know, her husband knew she had herpes and things like that. So they got married. He loved her. I got to meet him. He was amazing. And then on top of that, I was able to on top of that, they turned around and this year, well, the end of last year, ended up getting pregnant. So I was really excited. She didn't tell anybody she was pregnant, but she sent me an invite. So I was so excited to attend this baby shower because so many ladies, their well, guys and women and men, biggest fear is that herpes will keep you from having kids. And guys, I gotta stress to you guys, herpes is not going to keep you have kids. You know, a lot of people are concerned because I know a lot of you ladies may or may have had a miscarriage and you knew you had herpes and you're thinking herpes is the reason why you had a miscarriage. Slim to none, that's the reason why you had a miscarriage, okay? Stress is a big impact on ladies losing their babies, okay? And I'm just going to let you know that. So I don't want y'all to think like, oh my God, herpes is the reason why, you know, I had my miscarriage. Slim to none, guys. That's not the reason. Because if that was the case, just like gonorrhea, chlamydia, they would do they'll take more precaution. That's the main reason they take a lot of precaution with gonorrhea, chlamydia, syphilis and things like that, because it can cause you to lose kids. It can cause you to get to a point where you can't have kids at all, and that's on the men's side and the woman's side. So guys, don't worry about it. It's not messing with your sperm count. It's not doing anything for you, so you don't have to worry about those things, okay? So I just wanted to come on here to encourage you guys, to let you know that you can have babies, and more babies, okay? So babies is not an issue. I don't want y'all to keep freaking out. And on top of that, I'm sure y'all have seen a lot of things in the media right now, social media going around. As we know, the Caucasian family, they lost an infant, okay? So that's very possible, y'all. We don't hear it on a daily basis. It's not something that happens on the daily. It's not very common, but it's very, you know. So basically with that situation, what happened was they had an infant, and somebody kissed the baby who had type 1. They wasn't, clearly they couldn't been aware that they had it. And they kissed the infant. The baby was a couple of days old, and the baby ended up passing away, okay? So my whole thing is, this is not to scare you guys, but I tell y'all, most people are passing this on when they don't know. We are the safest people ever when it comes to protecting somebody. Not saying, I'm not saying that to anybody who probably had passed it on to somebody, but typically, think about it. Typically, when you pass this virus on, you was not aware of how to protect yourself. You wasn't aware of your triggers. You didn't understand what an outbreak was. You didn't understand what medicines to take. You didn't understand any of that. So my whole thing is, I always want y'all to always remember, a lot of the times we pass on this virus, or people pass on the virus, because number one, they're not aware that they have the virus, and number two, they don't know anything about it yet. And we go back out here and doing stuff, or we have it and didn't even know we had it, or had it and kind of just put it in our back of our minds like, I think I'm doing what I can do, and you're not doing everything because you're just not aware. So I don't want y'all to kind of like, I feel so bad, I gave it to this guy, you know, kind of veering off. I gave it to this guy, I gave it to this girl. Well, I thought I was being safe. My whole thing is, being safe is knowledge. Being safe is not even the action. It's really the knowledge that you need to protect your partner or protect your children, quote unquote, if you have oral, okay? So my whole thing is, I want y'all to understand, it's very unlikely that it happens to us parents who have it and very aware that they have it and taking the precautions, compared to the parents who don't know they have herpes and kissing all over their babies. And that's why we always used to hear our grandmas like, oh, don't let nobody kiss your babies, all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. Because at the end of the day, they was talking about herpes, but it wasn't, nobody knew the real name for it, and nobody even quote unquote talks about cold sores or fever blisters in that way. So some people were just like, oh no, just don't kiss your baby, but we didn't understand that our grandmas were trying to prevent us, from somebody giving our child a cold sore or a fever blister and the baby can get hurt. And that could have happened so many years ago where it was happening so commonly, but they never really gave a name. My grandmas used to tell us stuff all the time, but never really gave a name to stuff. But that's the main reason why a lot of our grandmothers and aunties and stuff like that stress, like, don't let nobody kiss your infant, don't let kiss your baby in the mouth, things like that, because of herpes. And then it causes a baby can get really sick and they can pass away, okay? And this is not to scare you, it's to educate you guys. Y'all know me, I'm not a person to scare you, but I will give you the information with no hesitation because y'all need to know the information. But I'm really excited because she's not the only one who's having a baby. I have another young lady in the group who's having twins. She just got married literally last year, the end of last year. She just got married, so she's having twins. I'm really excited about that. I have some other young ladies in the group who are currently pregnant. I have some other ladies who just had their babies and some other women who are engaged and getting married. So I want you guys to understand, if you are scared, then how do you think you're gonna even get out here and date? How are you gonna even attempt to have sex? Okay, because a lot of you always ask me, and this is a common question, how did you have your baby? I had sex. Like, how did you conceive your child? I had sex. My whole thing is you cannot get around having sex. You gotta have sex, okay? But my whole thing is having sex within your limits, not doing it when you're having an outbreak, not doing it if you have any symptoms, tickling, itching, burning, any of that, just to prevent your partner from getting it, especially if they do not have it. And then going from there, enjoying the moment and just going and doing the action to have your baby. So I want you guys to understand, you have to do that work to have the baby. And I know a lot of us women be freaking out like, oh my God, I don't want to give it to my partner, I don't want to give it to my partner. But my whole thing is, guys, we got to kind of get out of that mindset being so freaked out because your partner accepted you. My whole thing is they got to understand that you can only do what you can. And honestly, a lot of people within who have it, like I said, I was stressing y'all, are not the ones who are giving people herpes. All of us got herpes from somebody who did not know, number one, did not understand it, and was too scared to tell you, or was in so much denial and didn't want to tell you because they were, once again, too scared to tell you. So my whole thing is, guys, y'all have to understand those are three type of people you're dealing with. People who don't know, people who know, and they kind of just scared to tell you, so they think that, oh, if I use protection, I don't do anything with you, then you won't get it. We'll still put that person at risk, and they don't understand that because they still don't understand herpes for real. And then you got your person who, they know they have it, they're still doing the precautions, but they just too scared to tell you and don't want to tell you at all. Okay, so I just want you guys to just know that you can have kids. As y'all know, I have 2 kids. I had both of my kids after herpes, okay? Like, I had my first son literally a year after, and I had him vaginally. He's the only child that I use Valtrex with. They'll tell you, you get the 36 weeks, for the ladies, you get the 36 weeks, you can take the Valtrex to reduce your outbreaks, okay? So by the end, I wasn't having outbreaks like that, but I took the Valtrex just because I was nervous. It was my first child, and I wanted to make sure I wanted to have a birth. I did not want to be cut. So I was like, let me go ahead and do this, and hopefully it reduced it, okay? So I was able to have him vaginally. My second son, I did not take any medicine at all. I went to a midwife with that child, and all of them was like, I really suggest you take it. I'm like, no, I know my body, and I'm good. It's crazy because I literally had an outbreak right before he was born. Literally a week before he was born. It was all healed up before he came. But I didn't want to take anything because by that time I knew if I reduced my triggers, the chance of me having an outbreak around my pregnancy or around my labor was slim to none. Okay. So my whole thing is, if you want to take the Valtrex, there's nothing wrong with it, guys. There's nothing wrong at all. My whole thing is, most importantly, is controlling your triggers. And I want to say this to you guys a lot. A lot of y'all like, I want to take medicine, I want to do this stuff. My whole thing is, you can take all the stuff in the world. If you do not learn your triggers, I stress this to y'all. Y'all have seen it in my old videos, and I'm going to always keep telling y'all. If you do not control your triggers, then you're going to have outbreaks week after week, month after month, year after year, because you have not learned what caused your outbreaks. Example, friction from sex, Stress, certain foods like chocolate, junk food, alcohol can trigger it for some people. Menstrual cycle for women. And those are the main ones: alcohol, certain foods like chocolate, nuts, junk food, friction from sex. Okay, guys. So, and stress is our biggest one. So my whole thing is, you guys, when y'all having outbreaks month after month, week after week, you need to take some time and you need to notate why you keep having these outbreaks. And typically it's stress. And y'all don't think y'all be stressed out, but you are. You need to look at your life and ask, what area of my life am I worried about the most? And typically you need to figure out a solution to that area in your life and let it go, because at the end of the day, you're going to continue to have outbreaks because you keep worrying about this one area in your life, which could be finances, it could be your children's father, it could be your gift or your boyfriend, your job, whatever it may be, school, because I know a lot of you guys reach out to me, y'all are in school working full-time jobs and all of this stuff, and I applaud y'all for doing the things that you have to do. But at the end of the day, you have to keep your stress level down, or you will be reminded after each outbreak over and over again that if you don't control it, here I. All right, guys. So it's going to the movies. It's hanging out with your friends. It's doing all types of stuff like that. Sleeping, painting your toes, reading books, whatever that may be. I need y'all to figure out what it is and do it, and do a lot of it. Learn a new hobby. Do things that's going to help you release that stress. But if you don't, all you're gonna do is stress, and then the outbreaks are gonna continue to come. So other than that, I'm sorry I kind of went side note, but at the end of the day, guys, I think that really ties into my individuals on here who are trying to have kids, want to have kids, especially my married couples who are kind of like, he's fine with it, I'm just scared about having kids. But my whole thing is, you got to do the action to even produce that child, and y'all have to reduce y'all stress and stop worrying about the outbreak so much, and start worrying about the herpes so much, because I'm telling you, when you're not having outbreaks, you're fine. The chance that he is not going to get it if you don't have an outbreak. If you're not shedding, he's not going to get it. And y'all always freak out about the shedding part, guys. Literally, you don't shed that much, okay? So with that being said, stop worrying about that as much at all. Like, just don't even worry about it. Just worry, most importantly, is when you know you're having any type of symptom. Do not ignore that itching. Do not ignore that tingling, because at the end of the day, you're having an outbreak. You just don't have the sore. It's still an outbreak, and a lot of y'all are confusing that. Well, I had a little tingling feeling, but we did something. Okay, now you put him at heck of risk, and not trying to scare you, but telling you the truth, because that's still a symptom, guys. Because not a symptom is tingling, burning, itching, all of that. Okay, all of that, the aching legs, the aching arms, your face hurting, the swollen lymph nodes, the headaches. Okay, especially if you have oral, you will get headaches a lot. Okay, you can get the headaches, and they let you know that you're having an outbreak. So my whole thing is, guys, just be careful around those times, and please don't assess, okay? But just know and pay attention when you have those things, just not to do anything at that moment, okay? Just to protect your partner. And I tell you, the chance of him getting is slim to none, because you're taking the precautions. I tell y'all, I did not give my husband type 2, period. We were together for 5 years. Didn't get it. Okay, and that's because I just took the necessary precautions. And I'm not gonna tell y'all I didn't have moments that I was worried. I'm not gonna tell y'all I didn't have moments that I was scared, but I didn't let that literally suck me into a depressed moment. I didn't let it suck me into a panic attack, into anxiety, or literally get to a point where I am just freaking out and washing my hands and washing everything. I didn't do that, because at the end of the day, that's not normal. That's not a normal life. That's not the life you deserve to live. And honestly, guys, herpes is not that serious. I'm being honest. It's just not that serious for you guys to lose your sanity over it. It's just a time of taking the time to educate yourself and learn yourself. And when you do that and letting yourself know each and every day that I can get through this, this is not as bad as I think it is, and I'm going to be okay. All right? As y'all can see, I don't know if y'all can see me, but the sun is beaming. So, with that being said, guys, I'm going to let y'all know. So, guys, I just want you to have a family. Be happy. Live. I really want y'all to live, because y'all look at me all the time and like, Belize, how do you do it? I just don't worry about it. I can't sit there and worry about so much other stuff going on in this world. I can pinpoint a lot that's going on in a lot of y'all lives. It's people, y'all are, some of you guys are struggling with finding employment. Some of you guys are struggling within your family. Some of you guys already had mental setbacks that you were born with or was developed as children, and that already makes it difficult because now it takes you into another slump because you got something on top of what you're already struggling with. I will tell you guys, don't allow this to really take you out, because it don't have to. It's millions of people living this. I'm telling you, millions of people living this and have no problems. And some of those people, though, your relationship goes on Instagram or your relationship goes on Facebook. Those same people be dealing with the same thing we're dealing with, but you can't tell, okay? Because they don't allow it to take them out. They don't. And I don't want it to do for you either. So with that being said, guys, I love you. And I'm so excited to go to this baby shower. I'm so excited to, get invited to a whole lot of weddings this year and be invited to baby shower, especially if you're but if you're having a baby, let me know. I want to broadcast that, not share your name or anything, but letting people know and sharing with people, letting them know, like, man, I know somebody else who just got pregnant. I know somebody else who just got engaged and got married. Because at the end of the day, I want y'all to be encouraged and know that you can have that and stop thinking that you can't. If you keep thinking that you can't, you can't. Simple as that. You can't. So with that being said, guys, I love you. Love you, love you. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. Take some time to do something you like to do. Do your hair, put on some makeup, put some clothes on, go shopping, do something that you like, something you haven't done in a while. Get on out here. It's really nice here in Atlanta after all this snow. Everything's great. Weather is good. Make me want to come. I strongly suggest you do a session with me, a phone session. I'm sorry, y'all. Going out. But if you guys have, like, you should send me an email, overcomingthestigma@gmail.com. But if it's something extensive, you got more detail, you want to share your story, you need some encouragement. I've been talking to a lot of people who've been living with herpes for over 20 years. If you're somebody and you have been living with herpes for over 5 years and you're still struggling like you just found out, I need you to set up an appointment this week, like ASAP. Because at the end of the day, this is going to get harder and harder and harder for you, because at the end of the day, you're still stuck in the beginning stage. Shock mode is the hardest thing to overcome. When you overcome shock mode and acceptance, you're good. But if you're stuck in that spot, and that is shock mode, it really gets to a hard place, and it takes you a minute to jump over that hurdle of acceptance, because you allowed yourself to sit in a spot too long. Now the fear has, like, literally engulfed you, or it, like, literally caught fire. Now you're just like, I can't touch the fire, I'm scared, I'm gonna get burned. But my whole thing is, I will walk you guys through that acceptance and things like that. Y'all know now I have opened up the door for overcoming coaching with me. So if you are that person, like I said, my 5 and up, I will really tell you, take advantage of the coaching with me, guys. It's really good. It starts with $65 a week. You can do 4 sessions, or you can do 8 sessions with me. We'll talk every week. We'll have video chats like this, me and you talking by ourselves for an hour and a half sometimes. That's if you guys really got something to talk about, but typically we stay within an hour frame. But I give you guys that extra 30 minutes, and you'll have unlimited support with me. And like y'all know, you are automatically gonna get this put into the support group. So if that's something you're interested in, great. If that's not something you can do right now, or just don't think you need it quite yet, then please reach out to me, guys, please, because I'm meeting too many women and men who are dealing with this for over 20 plus years and stuck. I don't want y'all to be stuck. It hurts my heart. It is so heart-wrenching to hear you're stuck for 20 years in a spot that somebody who just found out last week. And I know that's crying, that's anxiety, that's stress, that's depression. And to tell me that you've been depressed for 20 years over herpes hurts me, because you don't have to be. You don't have to be, because honestly, I tell y'all the truth, you don't have to be. You don't. but you need to talk to somebody who understands. You gotta talk to somebody who's going through it and been through it. Okay, it's kind of hard to talk to people who don't get it because they be like, oh my, and you already think somebody's judging you. Okay, so let me help you. I would love to help you anyway. On top of that, I have just opened up the door for my couples session. So if you're a couple, I've been reaching out. I had two couple sessions that I just started, so they on set up. People are already getting into that already. So if you're a couple, you have herpes, you know, y'all having some issues, or he got herpes, or both of y'all, and y'all just got questions, please reach out to me. I mean, these sessions are great. Y'all on the phone with me for an hour. Y'all ask questions. I am strong on keeping relationships together. As much as y'all know mine didn't work, and that's fine, but I am big on relationships, and if I can do anything to assist you guys, not to let herpes be the reason why y'all not together, then let me assist you guys. So if you're interested in that, the information will be below as well. Of y'all see the little link, it's a bit/I have it all in caps. Y'all will see that, punch that, and then set your appointment up for this week or the next week. Good thing I want y'all to know, if you want to set an appointment, if you want to February, March, you can. Okay, I don't want y'all to think like, oh my god, I gotta wait, you know, she don't book out that far. Yes, I do. I could book out all the way into the end of the year if you wanted to. That's up to you. You just let me know, and then you have the ability to switch it around and things like that. The only thing about it is, if you're gonna book it, make sure you know you got to pay for it. Okay, and the offer you guys, it's the 20-minute, ask your question in 20 minutes. So 20 for 20 for just for $20, you guys can just ask whatever questions, because some of you guys do not need a whole hour with me. You just got a couple of questions, and you may just need some encouragement, or simple, oh, you about to disclose and you need some help with something. You never know what that is, but now I'm giving you guys the options to jump in on the phone with me, jump off with the phone with me, things like that. And y'all know me, I try to be cost efficient and be considerate of everybody's pockets, because I understand completely. Because when I needed assistance in this, boy, my pockets were looking crazy, but somebody offered a $20 session, and I was like, oh my god, that's awesome. You know, so with that being said, guys, I love you guys. We'll be talking soon. I'll be doing a video tomorrow for sure, and that video is gonna be great. Y'all gonna want to hear this one, because I've been contemplating doing this video, and I'm trying to make sure I have the right words and things I want to say, because I know you guys are gonna ask me a whole lot of questions about this. So come on, make sure y'all are on, make sure you jump on. If you don't jump on, make sure you watch the replay, because this is just one thing that we all struggle to do, and I struggle to do it as well, and I don't want everybody to struggle with this anymore. Okay, or I'll let you know if you need to do it or shouldn't, you know. So with that being said, guys, watch out for that video tomorrow. I'm not gonna tell you all the time, because I gotta go to church tomorrow, but best believe I'll be making a video tomorrow. So I love you guys, and see ya.